At a time when demonstrators protest the treatment of African Americans by law enforcement officers, many wonder whether race relations have improved since the nation elected the first black president 6 years ago. Well, the president says we are less racially divided. It's an issue we address with a civil rights activist, minister, and conservative who happens to be the niece of Dr. Martin Luther King. You're watching Midpoint.
Morning.
Thanks so much for joining us right here on CBS 12. I'm Ric Blackwell. The time right now is 7 a.m. straight up. It is the last Sunday of 2014. Last Dolphins game of the year as well. They're playing the Jets. Game time 1 o'clock, and you can see that game right here on CBS 12.
I'm surrounded by talented musicians here at the school. They have a fabulous band here at Bear Lakes Middle School because they work hard and they're passionate about their music.
7:28 is the time. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. It's been kind of a dry December. Now, Michael's calling for some rainy conditions over the course of the next 4 days. But back in 2015, when we start on Thursday, back to the drier weather. Good morning, everyone. 7:22 is the time. Thanks for joining us right here on CBS 12. I'm Ric Blackwell. Construction is underway at what's set to be Boca Raton's tallest building. The 12-story, 366-unit apartment complex scheduled to open early next year. Let's give you a live look right now at Times Square in New York City, where every year thousands of people travel to watch Manhattan's iconic New Year's Eve ball drop. You know, for parents who are making New Year's Eve plans, it can be tough to secure a babysitter. But there are some useful websites that can help you find a reliable child care provider for any time of the year.
The principal over at Jerry Thomas Elementary School in Jupiter, it is Ann Wark. This just in, Miss Wark finished in 5th in your age group. Congratulations.
Yay. Oh, I'm thrilled. That's wonderful. Awesome.
We were just talking about, does it ever get like old hat, oh no, another half marathon? Or you've been doing so many of these, or is each one such a unique experience?
Each one really is unique.
The news all bad for the Russian economy as we get ready to finish up 2014. GDP in Russia declined 0.5%. The ruble, as you saw right there in that report, crashed, plunging 50% since the start of the year. The news does not look better for 2015. Here to sort it all out for us, Steve Beeman, an economist and chairman of the Society to Advance Financial Education. Good afternoon, Steve. How are you today?
I'm very well, and Happy New Year, Rick, to you and all of the viewers at Newsmax.
We appreciate that. Not a Happy New Year right now in Russia. U.S. dollar, $1 US will get you 58.91 rubles. The trading day started with the dollar only getting you 53.49 rubles. What's going on in Russia right now, Steve?
Well, clearly.
CBS 12 News this morning. An Air Asia plane with 162 people aboard lost contact with ground control after takeoff from Indonesia on the way to Singapore. Search and rescue operations are now underway. And a sea of blue flooded the streets outside a Queens church where services were held for one of 2 NYPD officers killed last week. What a beautiful start to the day. The sunrise on this December 28, 2014. Good morning, everyone. You're watching CBS 12 News this morning.
Now, CBS 12 News this morning.
Thanks so much for joining us right here on CBS 12. I'm Ric Blackwell. The time right now is 7 a.m. straight up. It is the last Sunday of 2014. Last Dolphins game of the year as well. They're playing the Jets. Game time 1 o'clock, and you can see that game right here on CBS 12. Now, the first thing we want to do this hour, take a look at the weather. Michael Ehrenberg says there's some fog in the western communities. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Rick. There certainly is some fog.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. 7:01 is the time. Breaking news right now. A passenger jet has gone missing with 162 people on board. Roughly an hour before the scheduled landing, Air Asia Flight 8501 lost contact with traffic control. The flight was on its way from Indonesia to Singapore. It left the airport at about 5:30 local time Sunday and was expected to arrive about 3 hours later. Air Asia says the pilot wanted to change the planned flight route in the area because of weather. Then communication with the plane was lost. Air Asia says people from 5 nations were on board the plane: Indonesia, South Korea, Malaysia, Singapore, and France. Of those passengers, 16 kids and 1 infant were on the flight. President Obama has been briefed on the plane's disappearance. White House officials say they will continue to monitor developments. Search and rescue crews have been activated.
Why? How can somebody hit a little girl?
The victim of a disturbing Christmas Eve hit-and-run crash is prepping for another round of surgeries this morning. CBS 12's Jan Eschbach is live at St. Mary's Medical Center with the latest on the young lady's condition and the search for the driver. Jana, let's start with the health of the victim. How's she doing?
Well, CBS 12 News.
All right, important day for her recovery today. We'll be following it. Jana, thank you so much for that live report. Now, family and friends gather to say their final goodbyes to Kiara Riemann on Saturday. The 15-year-old was hit and killed along High Ridge Road last week. Police have located the suspect's red Mercedes, believed to be involved in the crash, and they have a person of interest. One man is in critical condition after being hit by a vehicle in Belglade. Now, according to investigators, the man was playing with kids in front of a home on 13th Street when he ran into the street and was hit. The man suffered head injuries and was taken to the hospital. The accident is under investigation. A woman is recovering this morning after a boating accident Saturday in the Okeechobee Waterway. Martin County Sheriff's deputies say the boat ran aground and the impact caused the woman to fall forward into the cabin, causing severe facial injuries and a possible head injury. FWC is taking over the investigation to determine the cause of the accident. Hundreds gathered to honor the life of Tarpon Springs officer Charles Kondak on Saturday. The 17-year veteran was gunned down last weekend while responding to a noise complaint at an apartment complex, then run over by the suspect as he tried to leave the scene. Those at the service say they won't forget this officer and dad.
We pay respect to those who knew him.
Detectives say the man who ran over the officer, 23-year-old Marco Antonio Parilla Jr., is charged with first-degree murder. Officer Kondak leaves behind 6 children. The Empire State Building lit in blue to honor slain NYPD officers Rafael Ramos and Wenjan Liu. New York police officer Ramos is being remembered as a devoted family man, aspiring chaplain, and hero. As Wendy Gillette reports, thousands of police officers from across the nation packed a church in Queens and gathered outside for his funeral on Saturday.
Queens, New York.
The family of the other slain officer, Wenjan Liu, attended the Ramos funeral as a sign of solidarity. Funeral plans for Officer Liu have not yet been announced. Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputies are trying to identify these people. Investigators say on Christmas Eve, the man and woman put up posters that say Black Lives Matter, beware killer cops on the loose, and other posters that offer statistics on how more likely black people are to be shot by police than whites. If you can identify these people, call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-458-TIPS. And 3 teens are facing grand theft charges after trying to steal weapons out of a local Walmart. A 12 and 13-year-old were taken into custody without incident, but the 16-year-old tried to run, racking up an additional charge for resisting arrest. Palm Beach County deputies arrest the man they say is responsible for an assault. Investigators say Leonard Brother burglarized a home in Lake Worth and assaulted a husband and wife. The incident happened December 21st. Brother was arrested without incident. The Veterans Hospital in West Palm Beach is the center of attention in a troubling report of accusations about patient care. And a mother comes to the rescue of a man after an accident. She knew exactly what to do with a baseball bat to get him to safety. Those stories are next, but first, here's Michael.
And Rick.
Good morning, everyone. 7:11 is the time. Happy Sunday. Taking a look at Okeechobee, State Road 7441 in the western communities, Royal Palm Beach. You can see some of the fog out there. Michael Ehrenberg will have a complete look at your forecast. Have more on the fog straight ahead right here on CBS 12. New report shows mistakes were made involving patient care at the VA hospital in West Palm Beach. CBS 12's Al Peffley investigates. And let's finish up at the beach, or what looks like the beach. We've got sand, surf, and palm trees. Actually, this is an extension of the library over here at Alameda Elementary School in Palm Beach Gardens. And the lady right there reading that story, she has her name on this brand new reading room. It was a day to celebrate reading at Alameda Elementary School. The children got into the spirit of the event by dressing like their favorite literary character. This program, part of the unveiling of the Ben Carson Reading Room at the Palm Beach Gardens School. Dr. Ben Carson is a neurosurgeon who is considering a run for president in 2016. He and his wife Candy wrote a best-selling book titled One Nation. The Carsons also work with members of the community to raise the funds and put in reading rooms at schools. After the program, it was time to walk from the cafeteria to the library. The students wearing the costumes of their favorite characters created a literary lane to the library. It was time to cut to the chase. Scissors in hand, Alamanda Principal Mary Lou Garcia, Candy Carson, and Superintendent Gent cut the blue ribbon to unveil the Carson Reading Room. One by one, the children got their first look at the mural and the entire room. Look at the reactions, and there were plenty of oohs and ahs and wows. They're smiling over the 800 new books, the bouncy chairs, mats, towels, pillows, beach scenery, book bins, and shelves. Hi everyone, I'm Ric Blackwell for the Education Network and WXCL TV, PBS for the Palm Beaches, and this is Good Sports, the best in Palm Beach County School District sports, arts, and academics. I'm at the baseball fields at Santa Lucia's High School in Lake Worth. It's time for the Santa Lucia Slam. This tournament generally signifies the start of the high school baseball season, and the tournament features 8 great Palm Beach County high schools. The sounds of a new season, the crack of the bat, the pop of the glove, metal spikes on the concrete, and chatter in the dugout.
I'm Rob. I'm 7. Hey, here we go. 7 starts off, kid.
Yes, it's time to play ball and start the high school baseball season. For the last 20 years, Santa Lucia's has hosted this season-opening baseball tournament called the Santa Lucia Slam. This year's lineup features 5 Palm Beach County public school teams. They include John I. Leonard, Palm Beach Central, the Atlantic Eagles, the Warriors from Jupiter, and the host team, the Santa Lucia's Chiefs. Santa Lucia's players believe with their outstanding pitching, fielding, and hitting, it's not a stretch to say they will be a top team in 2015. Great action here at Santa Lucia's High School. Well, the drama students at Seminole Ridge High School, they're hitting a home run with a production called Weight of Words. Welcome back. Today we are in the kitchen with celebrity chef Casey Thompson. How you doing, Casey?
Hi, great. Thanks for having me today.
I love what you've done with the place.
kitchen.
This is an amazing kitchen.
Thank you. Thanks for cooking with me.
I want to eat like a celebrity. So tell us what you're making today.
Okay, so today we're going to do a stepped-up version of a dessert, and you're going to impress all of your friends with this.
Okay.
I'm making coconut tapioca with a chocolate espresso sauce.
Sounds great.
Okay, can you help me?
You're putting me to work?
I'm putting you to work.
All right, here we go.
Basically, in this pan here, I have vanilla almond milk.
Okay.
So if you will add tapioca that's been soaked in a little bit of coconut water.
All the ingredients seem very easy to get at the grocery store.
Yeah, they
This one might be a little harder. Can you get it at a regular supermarket?
You can. It might be in the specialty section, but you can find it.
You might have to ask.
Easy to find.
Get to know your store manager.
Absolutely.
All right.
Get to know your purveyors. Okay, in this pot, I'm going to add 2 egg yolks.
Okay.
Coconut, chocolate, and espresso.
That is fantastic. That's wonderful.
Thank you so
And
much.
what's great about by using the silk almond milk as opposed to cream in this recipe, not nearly as many calories, less than 100 per serving.
Oh, good.
You're fantastic. Thank you so much. For more information on Silk products and also these easy to make recipes, visit the website silk.com.